Good morning, everybody. I'm going to just do impromptus for the rest of the summer. Uh, I think it's the only way I'm going to actually get any content on here. We have a lot of projects going on, and we'll share whatever we're doing. This morning, I was sitting here stitching, and I was thinking I really need to put something up. So I'm just going to come on here and stitch and chat for a little while. This is the piece that was just a piece of scrap batting that I put some fabrics down on, and then I'm just kind of really loading it up with all kinds of stitching. I'm actually following the lines on this right now. So I'm almost done. I just have a few more stitches, and I'm not going to go in the opposite direction with it. So I'm not going to do the lines this way. Guess I'm not going to do any because it just pulled it out. So I hope that everyone is having a good day. If you are new here, my chat I leave open for subscribers only. It just kind of keeps the madness away from my chat, and because I want the chat section to be for my subscribers. So if you would like to subscribe, that would be awesome. We've finally been getting some rain here in South Carolina. Much needed, but it also means that I'm going to have to mow the lawn in the next couple days in between rain showers. I don't like to mow wet grass. It's not safe, and it's not really good for your mower. So the city may just have to wait until the conditions are right for me. The fact that people are concerned over the length of the grass. Now, I could understand if it was like a completely overgrown lot, but if the grass gets a little long because of the rain, I don't know why everybody gets in a, conniption within like just minutes. So I forgot to share this anywhere. And I didn't know if anybody else was, I didn't see anybody live that I'm subscribed to. So that's why I'm here. I can't keep up with when everybody is live. I know Beth has a consistent time, and I'm just, like I said, I'm going to be doing impromptus for the rest of the summer at least. Because of the rain yesterday, the young man did not come to pick up the things that we spent last weekend getting, toward the front of the garage, but that's okay. They're going to try again next week. And that's fine with me. Update on Juanita, the little black cat. I went to get her Monday to put her in the crate to take her to the vet for a checkup and shots and all of that. Well, the little imp took off with her kittens that morning. So I called and rescheduled it for next Monday at 9 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is when I pop out there, I give them a little food to make sure everybody's out from underneath Scott's car, because I don't want to find a dead cat in my yard, even if they are the neighbor's cats. I don't want, that would just break my heart, put it that way. Hi, Barbara Avery. I saw that you had the memorial gathering for your husband, and that was beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Good morning, Anne. So I will next Monday, when I go out to put a little food out, I'm going to snag Juanita and go ahead and put her in a box. And she'll just have to sit in the box until her appointment time, because I need to get her in there. It's a shame I had to rethread that just for 2 stitches, but that's okay. And then the back is looking like, I don't care what it looks like. It's going to be in between some lining. I'm going to turn this into a crossbody bag. Just for something fun. If we go out of town, I can just put my wallet and phone in it and not have to carry Mr. Mustard. That's what I call my purse. It's this giant bag, and it carries everything. I've got hand sanitizer, hand lotion, phone charger, camera charger. It carries everything. Everything's in it. If I can just have this to put my wallet in, that would be even better. So you know what I just realized? I put create on here, and guess what? All right, so this is going to be the front of the bag. So this will go like this, and then this will fold down. Oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't put create on there upside down. So this will be the flap, and I wanted to give it a generous flap, and that gives these flowers a chance to be on the back of the bag. And I just keep going with this. I guess at some point I'll decide, okay, that's enough. But for right now, I'm just having fun adding different things. I put some beads on here. Maybe I should put some more beads on this part. Maybe put a bead in the front. The only thing is I have to be careful. I'm not putting beads where the little seam is going to be, because that'll just get crunched in the sewing machine. So I've got some blue thread left on here. I think I'll just put some little knots in here. Just fill this up. So what are you guys up to today? So I'm going to wrap 3 times 2, 3. Then I put the needle down in there and then pull the thread tight to the fabric and then hold it there and push the needle on through. Maybe I got it too tight. I think I got it too tight. There's like this happy medium you got to find. 3. There we go. And I'm just randomly putting these in here, so there's no rhyme or reason to them. And Messy Table Studios, Vicki, her and her husband have been ill, so if you guys could put them in your thoughts and prayers, that'd be awesome. Get Vicki healthy again so she can come and banter with us maybe some. And if you want to be in the Friday chat, you need to contact Renee. She's taking that one over because I need Fridays free now. I need to, on Fridays, this is why I wanted to stop on doing it on Friday for me. I really need to get all of the laundry done on Fridays and cook a weekend's worth of meals. So all we have to do is heat things up. That way I can help Scott with projects, and maybe we can get some more things completed, like the bathroom. Good morning, Pam. And yeah, we get the bathroom finished. That'll get all the tile that's out in the garage out of Scott's way. That'll be something else out of his way out there. Of course, Tippy wants out now that I'm busy. Let me put him out before he starts digging on the house. So if I keep my Fridays here, ooh, get that squirrel. See that squirrel? I have food prepped for the entire weekend, and the laundry would all be done. Mondays I keep clear because that's my house cleaning day, because Tuesday is trash pickup. So I do my housework on Monday. So any and all trash that needs to go is out in the bin for pickup. And Anne's working, maybe playing with some jelly printing and working in her junk journal. Oh, let me show you something. I got the coolest postcard from Heather yesterday, and I got an envelope from Mary with a 4th of July tag that I don't think I shared. So there's that. Let me get Heather's postcard. She paper pieced a crab. Look at this. Isn't that cool? And that's Heather up in Maine. I think, not Maine. Yeah, I don't. Where are you, Becky? I mean, she's in Canada. So, Heather, this is awesome. This was the only thing that came yesterday in the mail. So it was very nice. I don't get much mail. It's mostly Greg and Scott because Scott's looking at starting to collect retirement from the different pensions and things. So he's been getting a lot of, retirement type email, not email, but regular physical mail. And then Greg, because Greg orders something nearly every day. So there's always a package or an envelope coming for Greg. So this was a happy thing to find. And I just think he's adorable. And I think I'm going to put him in a frame and put him on the wall instead of putting him in my postcard collection. So you've made it to the Friends art wall, Heather. And then let me show you Mary's tag she sent me. I'd show you the front of the envelope, but it's got addresses, and I don't want to show addresses. So Mary had sent out a 4th of July tag. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. His flag came off. I guess it goes right here. I'll stick it. Oh, it goes right there. It broke. That's what happened. It got broken in the mail. She tried to protect it, but I'll just get my hot glue gun and just glue that back on there. So that was a pretty tag to add in a journal, and I'll just hot glue it right there. So thank you, Mary, for that. And I think that was all that was there in that envelope. So that's my plans. Isn't that I just love that postcard. So again, this is going to be a crossbody bag, and I'll just pull some fabric from my quilting stash for the lining. I don't know if you guys want to, do you want me to do like, I can do a standalone video of how I'm going to sew this together. I'm still thinking about how I want the strap to be. If I want to use, just some strapping, or do I want to make the strap with scraps? I'd have to measure how long that would be. I could just do a patchy strap. I wouldn't want to embellish that too much because then that would, ride against my skin. I don't know. Heather, I don't know why I thought you were in Maine. I don't know. Oh, I need to catch up with Janet Nash and her different, her free standalone videos of all of her stitching she's been doing. I'm going to have to do some standalone videos that I can just schedule to come out. My thing about doing videos, I don't like editing. I don't find it creative enough for me. I used to do standalone videos, that were in all of the, what is it? Don't make them longer than 10 minutes. I did all of that with fast forwarding and all that. But that takes away from my creative time because I just don't find editing creative at all. I find it boring. It's like paperwork. Yuck. Yeah. Janet's process videos are very good. I like that she puts in like intermissions of Freddie and Friends. I'm just going to hide that a little bit in the batting. That's the beauty when you stitch on batting, is you can hide your tails inside the batting. You don't go all the way through the front. You just hide the tail in the back. I'm going to do some more blue because I've got some more blue thread right here. Do some more blue dots. I just love the texture that gives. I bought a bunch of safety pins so that I could make more little brooches. I had an idea this morning while watching Sonia Steptoe. I don't know if you guys ever watched Sonia, but she does some amazing, amazing stitching. She shows kind of all the fancy stuff that Carol was doing, and more. She does a lot of things with beads. She does dimensional stitching. I can't remember if Carol was here. She'd tell me what that was. Um, where you stitch around pins, and then when you pull the pin out, it's like a flower petal is loose. Do you remember when Carol taught us to do that? I need to look some of that up too. And I put just some leaves on here, and these are just made with scraps, raw edges and all, of some eyelet fabric. You can see the little holes in it. And then I just did a variegated thread around it. And I even went up over where I couched this down. So I'm just going to keep going until I'm sick of doing stitching on this piece. I want it to be, what is it, Susan Taylor Brown says, encrusted. I want it to be thoroughly encrusted with stitching. I find when you do something like this and you turn it into a functional item, like this is going to be a crossbody bag, but I've also made my own fabric. I consider this as making your own fabric from your scraps, and then you embellish it. You can make really beautiful makeup bags or pencil cases that are very one of a kind. There will not be another one exactly like this at all. And I really love to do that kind of thing. This looks like a bowl of blueberries here. But I was watching Sonia this morning. Sonia does a video, and they're usually about 40 minutes long, where she's just sitting and stitching and talking. And her husband, Jeremy, has a beautiful garden. Oh, and she's in Australia. So she's a joy to listen to. And she has a really big following. And if you want to learn even more stitches, I suggest watching Sonia, especially if you're interested in beadwork. Oh, Pam, let me know when you're going to send an invoice so I can pay for my stuff that I've been saying sold on your page. Might sew some buttons on here. As long as I stay away from the edge, I can sew anything on here. Somewhere, I'm not sure where, in my stash, I have some little appliques I was thinking of stitching on here. Oh, I'm not feeling so good. Just all of a sudden. And it will match everything. And Anne says she's coming on at noon today. Are you moving your Saturday time to 3 o'clock instead of 5, Anne? I want to make sure we get our visit to Mother, out of the way so that I can be there for the whole time. We were just so exhausted last Sunday that it was like, oh, we still got to go visit Mother. It was just one of those times where he and I just wanted to get in the recliners and collapse, because 2 days working in 100. Okay. All right. The thing about when I buy things, this is just a regular FYI. I don't get that email. Scott gets it, and he doesn't always check that AOL account. That's why I say if you'll just let me know, then I can go into PayPal and pay it. I ran into that when I bought that stuff for Janet's auction through Shelly and Malia. I almost messed up because unless I sign into PayPal, I don't know it's been invoiced. So there's that. Let's see what else. I saw there was a channel. I just finished watching season 6, episode 1 of The Great British Sewing Bee. There's a channel that has, I guess, pirated the episodes. So her videos will probably all get taken down because BBC really doesn't like that. But I watched that episode and I went looking to see if she had the next episode, and she didn't, but she had all these other episodes. But BBC will put an end to that because they own that show and they don't like it reshown on YouTube. And people that do that just set themselves up for getting in trouble. But yes, thank you. Thank you for understanding. I guess I'll just keep going until there's no more thread to work with here. How's that? This is all going to get caught in the seam allowance here. We'll see if my sewing machine can get over this. I might go ahead. Tie this off here. Just wrap it a couple times. Pull it through. Try not to unthread it, Becky. And then I'll just hide the thread in the batting. I need to do like Janet and keep all these little bits like this, because then you can sew it between netting and have all this really cool. Okay. All righty, Ann. We'll play it by ear and see how it goes. Let's see. This needs something here with the butterflies. I had thought about maybe just going around the butterfly like I did here, but there really isn't much of a butterfly there. I'm wondering, let me get my scrap bag. My bag of scraps here. I need to redo this because it's not doing right. I need to watch K3N's video again on how to do it because it's not right. Let's see. And it doesn't pull open as easy as it should. So I've got a kind of a circle here. Let's see. Wonder where my yeah, this is the front of the bag. I need to look for something. All right, enjoy your walk, Heather. Heather has the most beautiful place to go walk. Let's see. Oh, I found it. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Well, let me just get rid of the napkins out of here. I have one of the clover things. Somebody's knocking at the door. Whoops. There. All right, all right. I don't know if you can get these anymore or not. I have this one here that makes the little butterflies. And then I have this one that just does really big yo-yos. And there's one that makes the smaller yo-yos. This one you can make flower petals with and then make a flower, and that one too. This one does the yo-yo hearts. All right. This goes with the hearts here. But I want to make butterflies, so we'll put all these away here. See if I've got a scrap big enough. You need a fairly big scrap to do a butterfly. I don't know if I have a big enough scrap in here. Now, it's been a while since I made one of these, so I'm going to have to really look at this instructions again. So I need a piece of fabric that's like this big. Let's move my stitching out of the way real quick, because I'm thinking putting a butterfly on here. So if this is like this and this folds down, if I put a butterfly here that's dimensional, it'll be fine. So there'll be a butterfly there, and then I'll put a dimensional butterfly here. So let's make a dimensional butterfly. Let's see if I can find a piece. Hi, Mary. Find a piece big enough for this. This is really my really small scraps. So I don't think I'm going to have anything in here, but it's not like I have a shortage of stuff to pull from. See that? These are all real small. Give me just a sec. What color butterfly should we make? Let me see what I can find. It'd be nice if he was orange. Oh, I was going to tell you about this idea I had this morning about working and doing a stitching project in only black and white. And then the very last thing to do on each little section that we stitch, we'll do a slight pop of either aquamarine or red. Hang on just a sec. I'm going to go grab some fabric. There goes my neighbors. So that'll be a project that we work on. So we need to put this piece. Place your fabric between the plate and the disc, then cut around the disc. So we want the fabric to be face down in here, like so. And you want to leave some past the edge of it, and then we'll set this down in here. Get that pushed down in there good. And there we go. It does pop in there. There we go. All right. Now we're going to cut Like I said, I don't know if you can get these anymore or not. These are made by Clover Manufacturing, and I've had these for a while. I'm going to keep that fabric. I might make more than one butterfly. All right, then I need just some regular sewing thread. Here's some white thread that will be fine. And there's a needle there. Let me put my embroidery needle up. Tippy, don't even start. Just go lay down and behave yourself. You've been in and out 3 times already. All right. Now, like I said, it's been a while, so give me just a minute. Stitch following the holes in the plate. Remove the plate and the disc and gather your thread. So you really want a long enough thread that's going to go all the way around this. This is not going to work, I don't think. All right, so trying to remember. Let's look at the bigger instructions here. Oh gosh. It has the quick instructions on the back, and then they give you all this information here. How to use. Make sure the back of the fabric is facing the back of the disc. Yeah, we've done that. We've done that. All right. Fold the seams toward the disc and hold with your fingers. So we're going to start here. You fold this in, and we're going to go, there's these little like indentations right here. We're going to put this in here. We're going to find that where that is and go to this side. Okay. And if you turn it over, now that you've got it in, and work from this side, you go, there's like, you come out here, you go in here, and then fold this over, and then you're going to come up on this side of it, right there. So basically you're doing a gathering stitch, and then we'll go back out through there, and then you come back in through this side. So basically your gathers are as long as that stitch is. I'm glad I kept track of those instructions, or I'd be in a pickle. And we're going to go down through here. Oh, do y'all remember I was mentioning Dawn Andres? Do y'all remember her? Well, she's back, you guys. They were without internet for 4 years, and they just got it back. And she's been coming to some of my lives. So welcome back, Dawn. We've missed you. Y'all remember they moved to West Virginia. Let me see if I can figure out where there it is. I don't think this is going to get me all the way around, which is going to put me in a pickle, because you really need it to go all the way. But and you follow it around. You could find some of these old Clover yo-yo makers on Etsy or maybe eBay. Somebody wanting to get rid of them. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get to this bottom part here, so that I've got at least half of the butterfly done with the thread I started with. I don't know if this is going to work, but I guess I'm going to find out. So I'm going to put this to the back, and I'm going to leave a long tail, just like any other gathering stitch, and I'll snip that. All right, and then I'll get a fresh string to finish off the other half. Hi, Karen P. Welcome. And thank you for subscribing, because I know if you're in my chat, you're already subscribed. If you're just watching, lurking in the background, and you would like to participate in chat, all you have to do is subscribe. And then I think it's wait 5 minutes, and then you'll be able to chat with us. I really leave my chat just for my subscribers. And I appreciate every single one of you that subscribes. You don't necessarily need 2 strands of thread. What I'm going to do here is start where I left off. So I left off at the top of this one. So what I need to do is I need to start back here. And we'll see if this is going to work for me when I get all the way around. Technically, you should have your string long enough that you can do all of the stitching at once. So I might be adding a component to this that just is going to make it look a whole lot more difficult than it is. And I'm sorry for that. You do want to make sure you're going through the fabric, though. I was outside the fabric edge there. I'm sure I'm not getting in. It's hard to get it where you guys can see it and I can see it at the same time. Uh-oh, I'm getting messages now. All right, let me see if I can get a little better position here. That tail is also in my way, but you want to make sure you're folding that fabric over, because it's basically you're catching both layers. Uh-oh, what have I done here? Nothing. Everything's fine. So the little imp of a Juanita will go to the vet next Monday. And I need to see about getting the kittens rounded up. But they are impossible to catch. I have not handled the kittens since they were tiny, tiny. Did I get through this? I don't think I went through there. I didn't. I missed the fabric. You have to go through the edge of the fabric. There we go. You got to make sure you're catching the 2 layers of fabric. It is kind of nice that this guide helps you do all of this. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Almost messed up. I have to come down from the top on this one. Because basically you're doing a running stitch that runs in this opening. This one I didn't leave myself much room. Hi, Dar. Good morning. I was going to try to do a midday live, but I just have to go live when I'm feeling it. Just got to do it. All right, where did we start here? Over here. So I got to do this section here. Uh-oh. What is going on? Okay. Then we'll come down here. And then we'll go up here. This ought to prove interesting. We'll see how it works. All right, so now let's look at the instructions because I think we have to do something here in the middle too. All right. I guess it helps if you have them right side up. I've gone all the way around. All right, so now I need to get a new piece of thread. And go do the same around in here. So let me get, I'm just going to cut this off. Yeah, I need to get me a little jar or make a little vessel to hold all these tiny bits of thread so I can do like Janet Nash and use all my tiny bits of thread with netting to make things. All right, so certainly that'll be enough. I say that. We're going to start at the top. So if you think about it, when you're using these, you're working in the hole, these holes. So we'll go in at one side of that hole to the other side and then come back up here. So the thread is in the hole and nothing goes over the plastic. You don't want to sew the plastic down. So we're going to go in this hole here and then come back up. Is that right? Did I do that wrong? I did that wrong. Pull that knot back. I did that wrong. I'll just cut this knot off. You have to start from the front side so that you're not sewing over plastic. I did it wrong. Everybody makes mistakes. Hi, Mary Lou. Good morning. We are supposed to get rain every afternoon. The grass is getting long. All right, so we're going to start on this side and come up. Yeah, we are. We're going to do it. Okay, so they got these little tabs. So you go in at one side of the tab here. Got all these tails. Then we'll go down here. And then I can look on this side. I know I've got to go on the other side of that tab. And then down through there. And one there. I promise this makes a butterfly. Somewhere I have little artificial stamen that I can use for his antennae. I think I got most all of these clover things when they were closing them out when I still worked at Joann's. And golly, that's been 20-something years since I worked at Joann's. Doesn't time fly? All right, I think I've been all the way around. Now let's see. Once I go all the way around, All right, continue sewing counterclockwise as illustrated below. When you have finished with the entire circle, sew the first slotted hole once again. Do not pierce the knot. Oh, okay, so they want me to come up, but don't go through the knot of that first stitch. So they want me on this side of it. All right, unthread the needle when you have finished sewing. Making a knot is unnecessary. All right, so it says to unthread the needle. I'm just gonna snip it free. Then remove the disc from your plate. So we're gonna remove the disc from the plate. Like so. So you end up with something like this. Remove the disc from the plate. Pinch the seam at the edges with your fingers and remove the fabric from the disc. That's flipped over. Wow. All right. There's that. So that's the butterfly template. All right. Now we are going to this knot really needed to be on the other side. Because this fabric needs to go to the back. I think. Yeah. I need this thread here to the other side of this. I don't know how I managed that. Because I got to tie these two together. How am I going to? I'm going to have to do this. Actually, let me pull this part back out. Because what I want to do okay. Maybe it does come up because they show pulling these, the knot and this one in opposite directions. And then tie it. All right. We'll see if Becky can remember how to do this. How about that? Like I said, it has been ages. I may run into a problem with the outward bit. So that's there. And we're going to tie this in a knot. Or in a maybe, maybe not. We'll see if this looks like a butterfly. I'm going to tie one more time. All right. So now I'm going to snip this. Okay. Then man, I got a mess here, don't I? Okay. Let's pull this up. Push these out. Please hold. All right. Okay. And then this one. I forgot how hard the butterflies is to do. The hearts and the circles are so much easier to do in yo-yos. Everybody's going, I ain't buying that thing. That looks hard as it can be. Becky's making it harder than it needs to be. Put it that way. Oh, come on. It's because I didn't have this thread as one continuous length, I think. Come on, get to the inside, you booger. Please hold while I figure myself out. Uh-oh, that's going to pull the wrong thing here. All right, let's tie this in a knot. All right. I'll get this figured out one way or another. That needs to be up in there. All right. It's trying to look like a butterfly. Honest, it is. Yep, you have to have your thread long enough to do you really need it all in one length. Let's just do this and hope it doesn't come undone. If it does, we'll start again. I will get a butterfly made. I want a butterfly. Oh, man. I'm making this harder than it needs to be. Yeah, see, it needs to be one thread all the way around. Because I can't get this other, see, this side is right. Like that. There's that. And then this should pull up. But it's not doing it. Maybe the problem is that this thread here needs to be Hi, Maritza. I truly am making this harder than it has to be because I should have just known that I need the threads to be the same length. Let's just do this here. There we go. Okay. We're getting a butterfly of sorts. There we go. I'm going to leave that needle threaded, and I'm going to tie this into a knot here. All right, I'm not going to cut the one that's still got the needle and the thread attached, but I'm going to snip this one off. And we should have something that kind of looks like a butterfly. We should. All right, so it kind of looks like one. Except for this side doesn't, because something's weird on this side. Not sure what is going on, but I'm going to take a stitch and see if I can make it look more like it's supposed to. Well, that didn't help a lick. Do a little running stitch on this part that's too puffy, maybe. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Oh no, I took the needle off. You guys, I'm being abysmal here. So, this is not going nearly as well as I'd hoped, but it's going to be butterfly-ish. So the key is make sure your thread is long enough to go all the way around the template. Don't come undone. Don't come undone. No, 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 no. And I'm just going to take a couple stitches here and there to kind of force it more into a butterfly shape. And I don't like that there's thread tails right. There. So what can we do to make him look more like a butterfly? It doesn't look too bad. So now we're supposed to, I don't know. It says to back stitch. I'm just going to, don't you come undone, you booger. Ow! I should do like Heather and go out for a walk. I used to walk 4 miles in an hour every day. That was a few years back, though. All right. I'm going to call this my butterfly. Oh, gosh. So if I take him, get some orange thread. Oh, Karen had to go. Bye, Karen. I could put this butterfly on here. But I think he needs... that's all in another language. All right, they say that this is the back of him and this is the front, according to the instructions. And, okay, so they used a little bit of rickrack or something for his body there and put some antennae, which I think I have. Let's see. Oh, they're red. That's the bad thing. Oh, these could be fun to add, though. Let's see. I have those, but those look way too big for him. Let's see. I thought I had some small white ones. I don't think those red ones will work. I think they're way too big for him. I think that would be, oh, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see if I can get one of them out here without dropping the whole shebang. And then this comes back around. Let's see. Oh, that's the Christmas stuff. That's feathers. That might have to do because I don't think I have any other. And you fold them in half like this. And then that's the antennae that I could stitch down in place. And then in between them, they put a little piece of rickrack for his body to cover up the wire. It might work. Hang on, let me get some rickrack. Oh. Oops. So weird not having Greg here anymore during the day because I keep waiting for him to walk through the room. I think purple would be good, don't you? I have these little cards of rickrack. Use what you have. Use what you have. Make it work. I mean, hey, if we can use roofing nails to put walls up, why not? Not the red. Purple. All right, so we're going to cut a little piece of this. Put this back in here. Oh, that tape was really sticky. Greg said, Mom, I think you were tired when you put my clothes in my room. And I was like, why? He handed me a pair of my underwear. He said, I don't think I'm going to start wearing your underwear. It's like, well, maybe I was tired. All right. So there's this. And then they show you put the rickrack around for its body. All right, I think I need to stitch the antenna down. Maybe do a twist on it down here. Like so. So that when I put the rickrack on, it'll be out of the way. So let me see. Purple thread. I probably need purple thread to hold that stuff on. I'll just use embroidery floss. And then I'll have to get some orange thread or embroidery floss to kind of tack him down. Or I could put him on a pin and just pin it on wherever I want him to be. Oh, look, he'd be cute pinned up there. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just make him a pin that can be pinned on and off. And then that way, if the bag got dirty, I could take the butterfly off. Does that make more sense? I wouldn't mind a couple of these butterflies on the front side of this. I really like having one right by the word create. So I could pin him on later. So we might make these as, yeah. Let's get some purple embroidery floss. I have different colors of embroidery floss. I hope so. And then I could just stitch some of these. I think these have a little sticky dot on them, but I could take that off and then stitch these down here and there. Put a grouping of 3 of these little doilies. All right. One. Well, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to finish the butterfly and then probably sign off. I got to pretend like I'm doing something. I'm actually working on a stack of dishcloths because Scott has, where he works, he's out in the country. So everybody out there seems to have a garden. So any excess produce that they have, they've been bringing it in, and they have like this share table. So if you want some, you just bring them home. And he's brought home peaches. Oh, and the most delicious tomatoes. So I told him, I said, well, I don't have any, fruits or vegetables to share, but I could make a bunch of dishcloths and you could take them down and say, this is in thanks for the vegetables. I used to have such a beautiful garden out back, all these raised beds, and we took them out because we thought we were moving away. Lesson learned there. Don't worry about taking your garden out because you might end up staying. I feel bad that I took it out now because there's no way we're going to be able to rebuild it. It would cost too much to put back what we had. I'm just kind of tacking these antennae down a little bit. I have started watching a series on Netflix called The Resident. Very good. Very good. If you haven't watched it yet, put it on your list to watch. It's a medical drama, and it's very good. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. You've been watching it too, Anne? I really love it. I have it playing one after another as I'm stitching on those dishcloths. I think I'm going to go ahead and wash them in the anti-allergen because the cats have been all around that thread, and I want to make sure all the allergens are washed away. I don't want Scott to, take something in that's going to make people sick. So I'll wash them with the allergen stuff before they leave the building. All right, so now they make it look like they can just put this rickrack in here for the body. I cut this piece a little on the long side. And then this will go to the back. I think I'm going to go to the back side of the butterfly. And maybe we'll just do some stitches on it and not go around or through the rickrack at all on the front. Just do it as a connection on the back. It's too much. So if I take this, about to unthread my needle. That is so easy to do. I ought to do it like you do for kids and have it just a double thread. The bad part about that is it can actually break over time. It's just not as strong. Sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing, but I need to see what I'm doing. Does that make sense? All right, so, oops. I was afraid those antennae would be too big. But maybe not. Whoops. Fiddly bits. All right. No, not through the fabric. I don't know if I like that rickrack on there. Oh, I don't know if I like it at all. Because it's not covering the green stuff very good. I might have to stitch through it just to get it to lay where I want it. So, oh, found the needle. Oh, that felt great. This is how not to do this. Okay, well, that's going to hold it where it covers the green of the antenna a little bit, or the, whatever they call these things. All right, Let me see. Sticky Mom. I feel like it needs something else to, I don't know, maybe some orange beads. Let me do another tack stitch. Whew. I ought to go to the thrift and see if I can find Scott some cargo shorts, ouch, that'll fit him. Because he's lost nearly 40 pounds. So all of his clothes are just falling off his butt. And he loves cargo shorts because he has a little utility knife that he likes to carry to open packages and, that kind of stuff. I'm not worried about what the back looks like because that's where the pin will go. And when I sew it to the pin, it'll probably look really bad. Whoops. I don't know if I want to add anything else or not. Call that it. I don't know. I don't guess he looks too bad. You've watched the whole series twice. Awesome. Little buttons on his wing. It's like he needs something else. It's just not, it's not making my heart say, oh, you're done. I have all of these. Let's pull this bag. This has got a little bit bigger beads in it. I'm just going to pull that out for just a sec. Let's see. And the reason I'm looking at the bigger beads is because my embroidery floss needle will go through these holes, I think. I need one of my little trays. But I don't want to walk all the way around the table to get it. Sound familiar, Anne? Let's see. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that'll go right on. So let's just see what one of these will look like if I go back to the front side here. I guess I will have to do it. Oh, you know what I can do? Just put them on the lid. See if I can get enough orange ones out. And I'm not individually stitching these down. I'm going to do a grouping of them so they move on the thread. I'm doing all these orange ones. Oh, that's just what it needed. We've got 4. Whoops. What has it done now? I need 2 more. So it's an odd number on here. Here's one. I don't like even numbers. One, two, three, four, five, six. One more. 7. Oh! Oh. Well, I found it. Oh. Oh man. I haven't done my kitchen cleanup for the morning. My son is like a pro at I'm ready to turn the light off and go to bed myself, and then he'll come in and cook something and the dishwasher will be running so that when I get up in the morning, I come out and yeah. I think I'm going to take 2 of those back off. Oh, let's pull that off there. And so I still have stuff in the sink when I get up the next day. That's a pet peeve. It's a pet peeve. I want a dark bead at the top so it looks like his head. There we go. Now it looks like he has a head. Now, can I find a pin real quick? I'll put these back in here after because if I try to do it now, I'll just dump them all over the floor. So maybe I should tie a knot to make sure the beads stay where they are. I'm using my mat to push it. Yep. Oh, and I don't like food smells at bedtime, but Greg's his entire life, even when he was a baby, he was a night owl. And it's all because Scott was on second when I was pregnant. That's what I'm convinced of. I'm convinced that's why that kid has never been a day person. Ever. Because Scott would wake him up when he'd come in at 11:30 midnight from work and rub my tummy to get the baby awake. And it's like, this is going to cause problems later. Oh, we didn't know it would be like, let the kids sleep. Let mom sleep. Oh, I like that. And the fact that I put the purple on, it kind of sets the beads off. So you don't even hardly see the rickrack. But I like him. I like him better than I did when I first was struggling. And we're going to put a pin on him. And then I can pin him wherever I want on my bag. I really kind of like him up on the top here somewhere. But that way he'll be removable. He won't be stuck to it. Maybe there's a pin in here that I could use. I have the quilter's pins, but I think this would be better. And if I do it this way, all right, this is the side that needs to be stitched down. If I do it that way, then he'll be more stable. All right. Just get some button thread. Oh, and there's a needle in it. Nope, that's not button. That's hand quilting. Hang on. I know I have button thread. Button thread, button thread. What is this one? This is machine quilting. That'll never do, donkey. Where's the button thread? Heavy duty. She said duty. All right, and on these new spools, you just pop this up. That way you can lock your thread in place. I'm not sure. I guess that's where they started to wrap it. And then when you're ready to stop, you just push that back down. I'm going to get a good amount because I'm going to tack this on here good. I can probably use this needle that I have. Oh. It's like, come on, do it when we're awake. I don't care if Greg does laundry because the laundry room's out in the bonus room. It's not in the main house. The only time I don't like that it's not in here is when I have to carry the laundry all out there. Let's see. Make sure you're sewing the right side down here. All right, so if we start in the middle, that would probably be a good thing. I'm going to put a stitch in here. Whoops. All right. So I'm going to go around this here, maybe. You know what I need? I need my clips. Let's put, oh man, it's twisting on me. There we go. And if I do kind of a blanket stitch, maybe that'll lock it from sliding back and forth a little bit. I should have started at the other end. This kind of thing, I could wait until, the bag is done to make all these little embellishments, but I got the bright idea to do a butterfly, yo-yo butterfly today. So if you're able to find one of those clover things, just remember what I said about make sure your thread is long enough to go all the way around the template because it's really important. You won't have nearly the trouble I did. And I will say that the butterfly is like the hardest one of those templates to do out of all of them. All right, the last one I'm going to put through there. And then I think I'll go through like so. I don't know whether to go back the other way just for stability and catch some of that. Maybe I should. It'll look funny. It's okay. So it'll look funny. It's on the back, right? And it'll be more stable. I do all of the laundry, and I know Greg should do his own. Yeah. But here's the thing. Water costs so much that I'd rather wait and do complete full loads because if Greg does his own laundry, he does like one shirt and, that kind of thing. And I would rather do all of the laundry in the house and use very little water and have it all done at once. Because I'm cheap. Oh, man. Becky's all thumbs this morning. Going through that rickrack is something else. All together. Well, I'm just going to jump over here. Through the fabric at least. Come on. We got to have a ta-da moment here to get this pinned on. If I could get my fingers to cooperate, it'd be nice. Fingers and eyeballs. I can't wait for my next eye doctor's appointment because I am certain my vision has changed. All right, I'm going to call this good enough. We'll go in again, pull that stitch up, and then I'm just going to tie it off. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, shut the door, 5, 6, pick up sticks, and hide the tail a little bit. Use my rainbow scissors. Scott got me. Ta-da! And I made a butterfly. It's not great, but 'tis what it is. And for right now, I think I'm going to pin him to the butterfly square right there. There we go. Not the direction I wanted him though. Pin's a little big, I think. All right, let's look at the pin. This is the way I want the butterfly to go. So the pin has to point down. I'm making faces trying to get this pinned on there. Okay. So there's that. And this will be the flap of the bag. I gotta take care of all this thread. So that'll be like about like that. And so it'll hang like that. So not too bad of a butterfly. Never fear of a light load around there. Oh. And then this weekend, with us being out in the garage working, how dirty it is out there and how sweaty we were, I told Scott, I said, I'm going to do at least the dark load today. And I put it on a heavy duty wash with oxygenator added. And if your washing machine gets that kind of funky smell, you can get those tablets or the powder. Yeah. But if you use just a little scoop of oxygenator in almost every one of your loads, your washing machine will never get that stinky smell. You can use Biz powder or OxyClean. Either one of those have the right thing in it that gets rid of that stink. Just an FYI. All right, so that was the butterfly. I might make some to add to Happy Mails at some point, but I will use one strand to get all the way around. That will stick with me now, that you have to do that because they draw up so much easier. So did a little stitching this morning. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. See you, Ann, at noon. Bye.